cool.
Weird.
We're seeing Deadpool! Oh my gosh!
Think about women yet. My sister has it. Yes. It's you.
I know.
Wintertime here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Time for my summer sizzle, cool as a cherry popsicle.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's happening. It's dish time. I've always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello, everyone. This is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradleys Fun with me, your host, yours truly, Rod E. Bradley. This is The Dish, and I hope that wherever you are, you are having a phenomenal Monday, or maybe Tuesday. I don't know, where are you at on the globe? Monday or Tuesday or evening, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, middle of the night, whenever you're watching. I hope that it is phenomenal for you. How is everybody out there? Are we in good spirits? I know there's been a lot of, the news just doesn't stop with all the stuff that's not so fun, but that's why here on this channel, we try to cover all of the news that should be fun, regardless of whether I just had a protein shake and it's trying to come up. That's beside the point. Hi, Andy W. Hey, good to see you in the chat. We've got some guests here. This is the pre-pro show. So we will be streaming right into the WDW Pro Monday Night Show for you all tonight. So in the chat, let us know if you were watching something earlier, where you came from. Did you come from the Monday Hangover with Drunk 3PO and Friends? Did you come from, I think Force of Light might have been live streaming. If you came from somewhere else and you're over here watching this now, let us know in the comments. I'd love to know. We got a lot of friends who stream the B. I don't know what interview that is. Force of Light. Yeah, Force of Light. I love watching them. Kino Casino. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat. As you guys know, man, you get me through my days. I think about the audience. There's a lot of days, like I'm at that age where, and I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm trying to lose weight. And it's difficult, and I go through these ups and downs and energy highs and lows, and a lot of times 8 o'clock at night, man, I'm just, it's usually not 8, it's usually like 6 o'clock. I'm in that lull, like, oh, good, am I gonna make it back up to be here? And I think about you guys, and I want to be here so bad because of you, because as you know, you're my energon, you're the gigawatts, you're what gets me going. I'm here because of you, and I love you all so much. And just like the Autobots and the Decepticons needed their energon, I need the energon from you, because you are my energon that gets this guy to transform and roll out of bed in the afternoon from a nap to be here with you.
Toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Yes, indeed. So let me say hi to everybody that is in the chat. I see Fairbricks Studio came in all the way from the UK and said hi earlier today. And then Tom F., who's waiting backstage, also says hi. And his better half, Linda F., is in the chat. Hey, Linda, Strings and Pucks backstage waiting, hanging out, saying hi. And William Schweikert is here. Hello, William. Hope everyone had a great weekend, he says. Well, I had a weekend. Wasn't bad. Weekend's fine. But there's still so much news that I don't like seeing, especially the news that we got yesterday morning from Michigan, which, Jeremy and I talked about. But I'm like, you know what? Like, we deal with the happy things here. Because unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess I should say fortunately, life does in fact go on, and that's a good thing. Because we have to, it just teaches us all life is short. Enjoy it while we can. So hail Strings and Pucks. Hey there, William Schweikert. Go and Shogi is here. Go and Shogi, our great other chef besides Chef Eddie. And let's see, Kit Kat is here. Kit Kat, you are about to be extremely popular. I'm assuming you're aware of. I'm assuming you're aware of this, but in about a month from now, around the 31st day of October, you're going to be everywhere, Kit Kat. And I'm telling you, you're going to be super popular, and there's going to be kids everywhere that are enjoying their Kit Kat. So just saying, my beautiful wife is in the chat. Virginia Bradley Magical Adventures is here. Subscribe to all of her channels, please. Going Shogi says, howdy to Tom F. And so does our Kit Kat. And so does my beautiful wife. She says, hey, Linda, Tom, Going Shogi, Kit Kat, everybody. Uh-oh, Kit Kat does not want the sizzle. I like the sizzle, but not the summer sizzle. Well, I like the summer sizzle if it's actually a steak. So then it's good. Andy W. is here. Hey, peeps. William is exhausted. I am with you. I understand. Yeah. And Native Hawaiian. Aloha. 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 I came over from the back of my eyelids. I understand that one for sure. And William says, came from the vet, had a cat spayed. Is that where they make sure the cat can't do the thing with the, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Going Shogi, the Energon, we see the Energon there. I'm trying to see if I'm Wild Man of Yavin is here. We need the sizzle. Kit Kat, you're going to have to fight it out with Wild Man of Yavin, because Wild Man of Yavin loves, it's time for my summer sizzle with my cherry popsicle and the thing. I'm going to start to morph into Bill Cosby. I would like to have the summer sizzle and the rainbow popsicle that's made of seed. Ah. You know, I can't really do that impersonation anymore, because now, unfortunately, Bill Cosby's whole reputation changed. Oh, yeah. Hey, I agree with you, and that is why, Wild Man of Yavin, I had to make the video that's now on the radio station because I couldn't get out of my head, and so I made it. Yeah. That's the thing. They can't have more babies. Yeah. Oh, we give out Kit Kats on Halloween. So there you go. I'm a big fan of Kit Kats, of Twix. Anything that have cookies in them, chocolate in general. I'm a big fan of all of that stuff that's not good for me. And there's been times when I've binged a bag, and I'm not kidding. It's so sad. I can't do that. It's not good for me. Yikers. I didn't know Bill Cosby sizzle was what was missing from my life. Bill Cosby sizzle. I want to talk to you people about this band that they call Pedro Pascal. It would be really fun. You know, if he was in his prime and we didn't know anything about him and he was just doing comedy shows again, it'd be funny to know what Bill Cosby had to say about Pedro Pascal. I've always wondered about what happened to Cosby, and I don't know if we really know the truth. And the reason I'm saying that is Cosby, like, his public persona was kind of sort of center right, if you will. And I kind of wonder if that's the reason that they decided they wanted him out of the picture. But now it's all, so much has changed. Hey, let's bring on my guest. And before we do, we like to know that, want you to know, we like to celebrate you, our audience. And anytime that you support us with a super chat, a super thing, super sticker. I don't even think I put a goal on this show tonight. No goal? There's no goal. Yeah. But if we get a super chat, super thanks, super stick, anything like that. Maybe somebody drops a membership or becomes a member of the chat, drops gifted membership. Any of those types of things, is supports PayPal, buy me coffee. Even if you buy something from the spread shop during the show, let us know. We want to celebrate that, and we want you to celebrate with us. So whenever we're doing a celebration, drop emojis in the chat. That means dance emojis, fun emojis. If you're a member, custom emojis, anything like that. We're gonna practice right now, right here. We're gonna do a short celebration and get ready with your emojis. This is what a celebration is gonna look like. Let's celebrate right now.
Is it too much? Too much? It's a birthday!
Oh, this is just the best of us. That is our celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on, I can't use this song because it's copywritten and I can't use it. Check. And let me see if anything. I need to take a look at my own spread shop because I have noticed that there's no sales popping up. That could be my fault. So I got to put my merch on sale because it's not popping up. Oh, look at this. Before we bring people in, we got 5 gifted memberships to follow the Bradley Fun. Congratulations to Dine Morris Magic Adventures, Mr. Fulton Mraz, B.R. Geist, and Matthew Kent. No relation to Clark that I know of, but we got to celebrate. So get ready. We're going to celebrate one more time with Wookiee Day. You know what I love about playing that clip? It reminds me of when Disney World was a fun place to go to. And so much of that fun is gone from Disney World today. It's so sad. Oh, Kathleen Fantasy. My mom is here. She's in the chat. Forgot to check in. So here you go. Hi, everyone. Hello. Speaking of checking in, we're going to check in with our guests. We got some guests coming in tonight.
Afternoon, everybody.
Tom, welcome, Tom.
Hello. How are you?
TJ, magnify. What do you magnify?
I magnify anything I need to look through my glasses at.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, we have this big.
Actually, Magna was a motorcycle I used to ride.
Oh, cool.
And Phi is the first 3 initials of my last name.
Yeah, we have a big magnifying lens like this big out there. I don't know what we have it, but I guess it's like
fires, don't you?
I did that a lot when I was a kid, all the time, like lots and lots. Like that was the thing, right? Then growing up in the 70s and 80s is constantly like, obviously burning flies. That was a big thing. But yeah, I used magnifying lenses to start.
Louder now?
A little bit, yeah, that's good. But yeah, I used magnifying lens to start fires with like newspaper and camping, and it works. Certainly works.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I used to get yelled at for melting my sister's Barbie dolls.
I did that in the microwave. It's
Oh
the
no,
worst.
I wouldn't do that in the
worst,
microwave. That's toxic.
worst
Smell,
smell in the world, and it takes like a week to get rid of it. That smell when you like. I melted some Star Wars action figures in a microwave once, when playing. Oh, we're gonna melt your face. Yeah, it was. Man, those
Dude,
were
you
good
didn't blow them up with
times.
firecrackers? You don't know what you were missing.
Oh no.
I blew up ATSTs with firecrackers.
I don't think that I can say what I did when it comes to firecrackers on YouTube, but let's just say that it has to do with some fish.
I used M80s for that.
I'm not saying that I did the same thing. I mean, when you're a kid and you look, it's a fish. And plus the most popular song. Most popular song at the time was fish heads, roly poly fish heads. Remember that song? Eat them up, yum.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
It was a good song. Hey, we got somebody else to bring in. He's coming to us from beyond. I don't know where. It can beyond somewhere. Well, maybe beyond
burgers.
I love Beyond Burgers. Those are good. I don't like Beyonce's burgers though, so just regular Beyond Burgers are totally fine. But let's see.
Doc, calm down, okay? Just calm down. It's me. It's Marty.
No, it can't be you. I sent you back to the future.
Hey, Doc, that's right, but I came back again. I came back from the future. Don't you remember last night? You fainted. I brought you home.
This can't be happening. You can't be here. It doesn't make sense for you to be here. I refuse to even believe that you are here.
But you are here,
are.
Jeremy.
What
even
up,
though,
guys?
Even though you're dealing with the world of pucks. Hey, what's going on?
I am.
In the
I've got it
right now?
minimized on my iPad.
No. So it's hockey. What is it? Preseason hockey?
Yeah, preseason goes until next week, and then the madness starts. And it's one of those things where, being on disability, I can type about 120 words a minute. No, and I'm not being facetious. So even though I was blindfolded, I can still type blindfolded. So I wanted to do something. So I contacted an internet blog to see if they needed writers. And they said, oh, write some sample pieces, post them. And I started doing that. And a week later, their Red Wings writer quit. And it's a writer who actually wrote biographies for some of the team members. Very well known.
Wow.
And they gave me the gig. And 6 years later, I'm now writing for a new website called Hockey Hot Stove. So I love it. I love typing. I love the sport. And gosh, I feel really lucky to be able to do it.
Dan's Life of the Kingdom just popped in. Hey guys, look at the thumbnail. So I'm pulling an Ian Malcolm comment. It's funny, Dan, that you say that, because when I was looking at the thumbnail and it was too late to change it, and I'm thinking of changing it afterwards, putting that in there, because I was like, it's fairly obvious that yes, that definitely needs to be a part of this thumbnail, and then it was like, it was getting late, and I'm like, I can't change it now. But I'll probably, in the reposting of this, I'll probably go back and put him in there, because a lot of Disney World looks like that right now. And if Dr. Ian Malcolm were there, that's exactly what he'd be saying. He'd be walking around Disney World and going, that is one big pile of stuff. Oh, that was a loud hum. But yeah, or if he was a hockey player, he'd Disney is pucked. I'm telling you guys, before we get to Disney, oh man, I always like to do this. Hey, Theme Park Casuals here. What's up, TPC? Good to see you in the chat. Listening on the drive
Can you hear
home.
me at all now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Let's see here. What am I doing? I'm just hosting a show. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. I tell you what, I am no Vash Sky. He is, when it comes to production, Vash is on top of it. He knows exactly what he's doing. I try to learn, but I'm telling you. Let me see here. We got this, and I'm going to share this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put this on the screen so you guys can see it. Not the big blue world. This. It's a big blue world. The numbers for the weekend. The weekend box office chart for September the 26th, 2025. I guess we don't really have anything big coming out until Tron Ares on the 10th of October. I don't know what One Battle After Another is. Do you guys have you? I'm looking at this list of movies going, I haven't even seen ads for any of these.
Isn't that the political thriller about that DiCaprio did about Antifa?
I don't know.
Think that led the box office this weekend. And I know nothing about it except that that's what it was described as.
It made 6,000 per theater that it was in.
What was this movie?
It's
One Battle After Another.
I think it's the DiCaprio film regarding Antifa.
Is it about how bad they are, or is he trying to paint them in a good light?
He is just got the knee. Oh wait, wrong show. Yeah, he's painting them in a positive light.
Well, apparently they didn't get the message what was coming down the pike.
It's sometimes groups like that will start off with the idea that they are going to try to do good, but the problem is that type of ideology, and I don't even like saying the word on YouTube because who knows what they'll flag, but that type of ideology, they probably feel very comfortable putting it over to the left. But if you look back through history, it doesn't exactly line up that way, because the way we are in America now, it just doesn't line up with a lot of the things from history. So it just doesn't work the same. But whatever. One Battle After Another grossed all of $22 million, and that was the highest thing at the box office this weekend. And it will probably be, I would imagine it's the kind of movie that if I haven't heard of it, that means that people that have heard of it are people that wanted to hear of it, and they went. And it'll
sounds like an inconvenient truth.
I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Inconvenient truth. Inconvenient. That did not. I mean, Al Gore. Every 10 years, there's an update. Oh, remember how we said the world was going to end 10 years from now, 10 years ago, and it hasn't yet? Well, it's going to end 10 years from now. And the reason we have this update is because now we have a young lady on her side who says, how dare you? How dare
she walked here, but we took a jet.
Yeah.
she walked from Germany. She rode a shark because she didn't want to be behind a carbon.
I like that.
I'm looking, but Demon Slayer is still keeping third. That's actually cool.
Well, hey,
I don't know why people aren't jumping on that format. Everyone loves the K-pop thing. Everyone loves the demon thing. It seems like that format cannot lose right now.
Congratulations, Mr. Fulton Mraz. My wife and I celebrate our anniversary tomorrow. We will be celebrating 14 years of marriage tomorrow. So, yeah.
Congrats.
We just did
so
26.
bad she's got that long of a sentence with you, Ron.
Yeah, it's bad for her. It's good for me, though. So, well, let's see what else we got. So we got Demon Slayers there in third place with 7 million. The Conjuring, Strangers, Him. I don't know what Him is. And then you get down into, I guess Sony Pictures must have re-released Spider-Man 2 in theaters.
Really?
Apparently, it made all of $750 per theater that it went into. So
it's better than Freakier Friday.
And I guess, okay, so the Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, there must have been, and Spider-Man 3, they're all three listed in here, and they all have the same amount of theaters. So it must have been a special event weekend for the original Spider-Man trilogy. Maybe there has it been 20 years or something since they ended those? I don't know. Then you got the Bad Guys 2. That was a good movie, by the way. Bad Guys 2.
I can't wait for that to get to Peacock. I just watched Bad Guys again yesterday. Such a good movie.
I haven't seen either one of them. I'm gonna.
Oh my god, they're so funny.
So good.
They're so funny. DreamWorks is where I think that is that DreamWorks or is that something else? Anyway, I think it's DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
They have the best animation stuff right now, hands down.
Galore.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So, but basically, as of late, the box office, generally speaking, kind of a bust. Not a whole lot going on in the movie business, and we really haven't talked all that much about the movie business. William says, "Oh, you're newlywed. Next year, my parents celebrate." I don't know what that.
You said their 60th.
60
awesome.
years. So let me think. 65. I think my parents, if they would have stayed married, would be celebrating 60 years this year. They got married in 65. So as a matter of fact, my parents isn't 65 the year that Walt passed away? Was it the end of 65 or was it 66? I can't remember.
I wasn't born, so I wouldn't remember.
Yeah, no. Anyway, my parents got married in 65. My mom and dad, and but they lasted like 23 years, and then they would have been married coming up in October. They would have been married 60 years.
That's really cool.
My mom and dad were each married 4 times.
Yeah.
Wait, 4. So that's you. Is that to each other or to different people?
Different people. In fact, on my 20th anniversary, my mom said, "You've been married longer than all of her combined weddings, all of her combined marriages." And that was not a good feeling. We just had 26, and it's like my one marriage has gotten more mileage than her 4. I guess I'm driving a Tesla marriage. She's driving a Hummer, an H1.
What are you playing, Tom?
I'm just playing a Paul Reed Smith.
Paul Reed. Oh, let's see here.
I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to noodle just as we're talking.
Just noodling. Well, we are about to noodle on over to our first story of the evening. Besides getting into the numbers, which is whatever.
Slow, man. Bad summer for movies.
Oh my gosh. And one of the movies that did, I guess, sort of well was Superman, but it was I don't know.
It's bad.
I
don't remember a summer this bad. That it wasn't shut down summer.
Well, what's so funny about this summer is that there were 3 huge, what should have been blockbuster movies that came out. But none of them did what I think they were supposed to do. They were blockbusters in name only and not in performance. So, but let's get to some of the breaking news. As a matter of fact, let's talk about the movies first, shall we? This is out of that parkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't bookmarked it yet. Avengers Doomsday. That one's coming up in 2026. The headline here is that Avengers Doomsday wraps filming. But was the script finished? Now, I'm sure this is about initial filming. This is by our good friend Trevor Denning, writer for that Park Place. There is Robert Downey Jr., RDJ, not as Iron Man, but as Doom. Does anybody believe that? Does anybody believe RDJ is actually going to be Doctor Doom?
I think he's going to play multiple roles just to mess with everybody.
Multiverse it.
Yeah, it's or there's a possibility that RDJ is playing Doctor Doom, and then it's going to be revealed that that Doctor Doom was using Tony Stark as, I don't know. There's all kinds
be a
of
cool twist.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of theories that I've seen out there, like that the Iron Man from the regular Marvel universe was going to morph into Doctor Doom and like destroy everything, and that's why Doctor Strange actually had him do what he had to do to sacrifice, because if he didn't, he would have morphed into Doctor Doom and hurt him. I don't know. It's going to be
that snap thing. Is that going to come back into play? Do you think that whole, because that's been still a hot topic. Probably the best thing cliffhanger they ever had was all the.
I mean, it might. I mean, you know, what's really weird about the whole snap thing. You're right that it was a cliffhanger, because one of the things that they never dealt with is that amount of cosmic energy going out. What was it? At least 4 different times. You had, let's see, you had the first snap, right? Cosmic energy from Earth. And that was Thanos on Earth, snapped in Wakanda. Second snap was Thanos from his planet snapping, but it was cosmic energy. So in the Marvel, fictitious universe, that would have caused issues that rippled throughout the universe. And then 2 more snaps, because Hulk snapped and then RDJ snapped. And that's 4 huge snaps of cosmic energy. I seriously thought that that's what they were going to use to bring the Fantastic Four into this universe, because that would have made total and complete sense that the Fantastic Four were already up there in outer space, and they were like studying these cosmic anomalies, and that on the last snap it would have sent a cosmic cloud past their ship, and then that would have transformed them with all of their powers. I thought that's how they were going to bring the Fantastic Four in. Yeah, it would have made sense.
I thought they would just have people in the next movie going, all our energy is so cheap because all this energy that got put into the world.
Your fan fiction's better than their script writers, Ron.
Well, that's because I'm more creative than their script writers. First of all their script writers are stuck in a California bubble. You have to remember that. Those people live in this weird bubble, and they actually think that the entire world thinks the way people in California think. And not everybody in California, but their little bubble inside of like Burbank in California. Because I know there's a lot of people in California that don't think the way they think, but they believe that the world rotates around them. And it does not, but that's a whole other. Someone farted in that bubble. Nice one, Jeremy. Nice one. Anyway, let's see what Trevor has to say here in the story, because I'm curious about this. I haven't read this one yet. Avengers Doomsday has wrapped its UK production ahead of the time that, of course, Trump could affect 100% tariffs on the production before it comes here. While Disney and the Russo brothers haven't made an official announcement, the Hollywood reporter said that principal photography, and that's very important, by the way, principal photography finished on September the 19th. Quote, but true to the Marvel method, Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers will be tinkering as they prepare for a healthy dose of additional photography down the road, end quote. So yes, so principal photography, for those that don't know what that means in the movie making process, especially today, there are always things when they go back into the editing room, and this is with every movie, they're editing and they realize, oh, they didn't get this shot, or they need this shot. And they're typically called pickup shots, or something didn't turn out right, and that's called a reshoot. And they go back and have to reshoot the scene. However, the Marvel method is, well, we'll get all everything we need initially, and then we'll completely rewrite the story and have to do a completely film again. And that's the Marvel definition of reshoot. So it's a whole different thing. My Time to Shine, hello out of X, says Avengers Doomsday has officially wrapped filming, and it's been a blast. And I don't know who else had that picture. A lot of long hair people, but I can't tell if they're all. I don't think they're all women necessarily. I could be wrong.
These days,
well, I have long hair. You have long hair. There are a lot of guys that have. My son has really long hair, so I don't know. A few days earlier, Disney released their first official summary of Avengers Doomsday, which still leaves plenty of room for story tweaks. Avengers updates. Dr. Doom has officially arrived in the MCU. This villain, a master of cutting-edge science and powerful magic, will unleash a cascading crisis across the entire multiverse. And that tells us absolutely nothing. That is so vague. However, given the rumors the script is still being written as cameras were rolling, there's wide speculation that Feige, and the Russo brothers. Well, look, his name is spelt as if it rhymes with beige, right?
I painted my walls beige.
Look at the beautiful beige paint.
You can't commit. Use beige.
That is a perfect name for Kevin Feige.
He's like the khaki pants of human beings.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Wait, I'm wearing beige right now. Damn it.
Oh. And the Russo brothers don't have a clearly defined vision. I try to get my cars in beige because if you do like a silver or a beige colored car, cops don't notice it. It's true.
It hides dirt.
Don't get red.
Don't get red. Yeah, I've
had red. They don't bother me.
Well,
it was hard to keep clean.
No, it's because he lives in Florida.
Oh, sure. It's hard to keep clean, Tom. We need to have another talk.
Right.
Red was dirty, man.
Let's see what the rumors are here. Timeline of Avengers Doomsday rumors. Marvel announced production on Avengers Doomsday began March 25th of this year, and they added that the cast features. I don't know if I'm going to believe all this. Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Letitia Wright, Paul Rudd, Wyatt Russell, Tana Huerta,
Who the hell is Wyatt Russell?
It's Kurt Russell's son.
Okay.
And he is the Captain America wannabe that's not Captain America.
Oh, okay.
Tenak Huerta Mejia, Eban Boss Backrack, Simu Liu, Florence Pugh, Kelsey Grammer, Louis Pullman, Danny Ramirez, Joseph Quinn, David Harbour, Winston Duke, Hannah John Kamen, Tom Hiddleston, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, James Marsden, Channing Tatum, Pedro Pascal, and RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. There's probably, who knows who else is coming and going in that. Anthony and Joe Russo with four Marvel movies under their belts were back to direct a screenplay by Stephen McFeely. So the good news about Avengers Doomsday is they brought back the people that did the best job in the past on Marvel movies, especially my favorite Marvel movie. Mine is The Winter Soldier. Hands down, I just feel like that is absolutely the pinnacle of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's to me, it's the best movie. It's a combination between being somewhat grounded in a reality that we can wrap our heads around, especially the single fight between Captain America and Batroc. That fight was such a good fight. It wasn't long, but it was grounded in reality because the guy that they hired to play Batroc the Leaper was an MMA fighter, and he knew what he was doing. And so all of the choreography, the fight choreography, the stunt choreography, everything just was just done really, really well. The otherworldly elements to it, like the computer version of whatever his name was from the 1940s, who then they had to put his brain on a computer before he died. I mean, it was odd, but I like how they at least attempted to ground that in some sort of reality. Like, okay, we'll scan his brain and put it into a computer database, which today they could potentially. Arnim Zola, thank you, going Shogi. Yes, Dr. Zola, who had been alive and working with SHIELD, and of course under the radar, was continuing to form Hydra, which I thought they really did a good job of bringing to light in the Agents of SHIELD show. They really did a lot of background in Agents of SHIELD on how Hydra had infiltrated SHIELD over the years, and it was really unfortunate that Agents of SHIELD at that time wasn't officially connected to the MCU. My understanding is they're actually going to bring back some of those Agents of SHIELD characters, and they are going to connect it to the main MCU and some upcoming things in the future. I don't know how they're going to do it, but Agents of SHIELD before last couple seasons, when it just sort of went off the deep end because they didn't really have much choice.
It was good.
I loved it, and I hate that. I hate that in the beginning of. I don't know that they do it so much now, but when they first started the Disney Plus shows, they were like, "Oh, for the first time, we can connect the shows to the greater MCU." And I'm like, that was the whole premise of Agents of SHIELD. Remember, like, who remembers what was the slogan for Agents of SHIELD when it first came out? Remember?
I'm not that much of a geek, dude.
Okay, very simple slogan. 2013, Agents of SHIELD was coming out. It's all connected.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
I don't remember that. No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremy remembers. That was
like
the whole
a
thing.
lifetime ago. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's how they advertise it. It's all connected. And it was a huge deal. The first episode had a guy in a shopping window showing all of the action figures for all of the Avengers that everybody at that point in time knew, because the Avengers were a thing in the MCU. And the whole first two seasons, super connected to the MCU.
Mm.
And then they had to really what the MCU did with dividing out SHIELD and Hydra and ending it all, and then them having to go, okay, so now we're kind of on our own and nobody knows about it. So it was interesting. They gave those writers of that show such a challenge with that, and I thought that they stepped up to the plate back then. And it's like, where are those people today? Because that's kind of what we need back, and we don't have it. And now, here's what I think is going to happen with Doomsday. If I have to make a prediction about Doomsday, my prediction is it's not going to do well, no matter how good it is. I don't think it's going to do well in the movie theater, because there's the hype isn't built up to it like it is the past movies. I think it's possible. If it's at all decent, it might get good word of mouth, or maybe a bunch of people will go the first weekend and it might crawl to $1 billion in the box office. I don't think it'll be anything like what we've seen.
I don't think.
I don't think it is either.
So expensive.
I don't think it's going to do good. I'm hoping it does, just because it'd be nice. But let's be honest.
I'm hoping it's a good movie. But I don't know how they make this a good movie. Like, you've got the best writers and the best directors that the MCU had ever had in the past, but they're also dealing with a lot of, in the past, they were given great material to start with. Okay, so Marcus and McFeely and the Russo brothers, they all started with the Avengers roster that was already good. People were invested in Iron Man and Captain America and Black Widow, the Hulk, Thor. Now you have a lot of characters that people aren't invested in, and so how do they write for fake Hawkeye Jr. Lady Girl, and Ms. Marvel, and all of these other characters that people just don't care about.
That's the
I don't know.
problem. And you had brought this up before. There's more than one rumor that they started shooting without scripts and that without even really good storyboards. Just this isn't storytelling anymore. It's scrapbooking, and it's garbage.
No, it really is, and it's dangerous too. So let's see what Alan Cumming had to say. First signs of trouble may have surfaced in May when Alan Cumming, who is returning as Nightcrawler, mentioned in an interview that while working on a fight choreography, he didn't know who he was punching. They said, "You're hitting Pedro Pascal against the head or something." Given the ongoing joke that Pascal is everywhere, the comment might be interpreted as meaning Nightcrawler's opponent could be anyone. Oh, golly. By July, uncertainty about whether or not the script was locked started surfacing in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter. Rebecca Romaine let slip, "I'm not quite sure if Mystique's scenes have all been filmed. They haven't finished writing it." And this is Rebecca Romaine's version of Mystique. So it's really, I don't know, so wild. Around the same time, yeah. Are they not married anymore?
No, that's why she's just Romaine Noodles.
Okay. Rebecca Romaine Noodles. That'd be cool if she actually married a guy whose last name was Noodles.
I would market that, 3 for $1, Romaine Noodles.
Romaine Noodles. or Rebecca Romaine lettuce. Around this
looks like a celebrity.
Oh, golly. Around the same time, Phage admitted that I'm going to keep pronouncing his name as Phage. Admitted at a press event there's plussing happening every day on the Avengers. Plussing. That's how Doomsday set right now. And it's amazing to watch. He proceeded to add Loki creator Michael Waldron is also working on it. An additional writer coming on board 3 months into filming seems at odds with Feige's claim that a Marvel movie has never started without a complete script. Oh my gosh. I mean, they probably had a complete script. The script said introduction and make stuff up and the end. That's we got a complete script right here. We'll just fill in the blanks, but it's complete. We eventually saw a script. It took a while, but we had a script. That's what Alan Cumming said. Still, before filming,
I think I would pay to see Nightcrawler beat the crap out of Pedro Pascal. Sorry,
I don't think it'd be that hard.
I think I'd like it.
Yeah. Still, before filming wrapped, the screenplay eventually came together. We recently Cumming said, "Oh yeah, we eventually saw a script. It took a while, but we had a script." So here's what Doomsday wrapping up. This is initial production, initial shoots. What it really means, okay? Reshoots, pickups, whatever you want to call them. Avengers Doomsday will doubtlessly need them. The wrap of Avengers Doomsday means that the Russo brothers can start editing together what they've shot and determine if there's anything missing, or as I like to say, determine all of the stuff that is missing and needs to be reshot and rewritten, and probably scrap the entire movie and make a whole different one. It's hard though because of scheduling with other actors if they're doing anything else. So that's how you get mustache CGI on Henry Cavill. The Beyonder is dead. This is what Doom says. The Beyonder is dead. Now the supreme being in the universe is Doom. I can't really imagine RDJ having a Doom type voice. Yeah, guys, the Beyonder is dead. Now the supreme being in the universe is Doom.
I'm waiting to hear it done in like the guy from what's his name? Tulsa Doom from Conan character doing that.
Oh man.
Have him be Ned from South Park.
Izzo's place is here. Hey, Izzo, good to see you. Hey.
I'd pay to see Ziegler beat up Pedro Pascal.
I think they should bring Ziegler's Snow White in as a villain. That would be great.
Let her catch a stray round.
I mean, considering that Zegler's Snow White takes place clearly not in the same universe where the original Snow White took place in. It's not a German fairy tale setting. It's like, I don't know, communist Russia setting.
Party.
Yeah, she girl boss Pedro right into a corner and pull him apart and use him as a rap for something.
Oh, that would be interesting. Hey, diddly ho, hi, diddly ho, Aventurinos. Xanair, James Earl Jones, aka Thulsa Doom, and Darth Vader's voice. Ooh, I am Dr. Doom. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be
They
cool.
own it. They
Yeah.
paid for it. They can use it.
Exactly. Oh, well, we have a slew of Walt Disney World news to get to.
Did you see our little chat there in the back there, Ron?
What did I miss?
In our private one. In backstage. You want to say something to him?
Happy birthday, Go and Shogi. You and I, at some point in time, we can celebrate together because tomorrow is my wife and I's anniversary. So happy birthday to you and happy anniversary to us, and we'll celebrate together. We'll celebrate together apart, but you know what I'm saying, Go and Shogi. I thought it was Wednesday though. I already wished him. I wished Go and Shogi happy birthday earlier today, actually.
Oh, go to tomorrow.
It might be tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Is it tomorrow?
Is it
or am I
September
wrong?
the 30th, or is it October 1st? Go and Shogi.
Happy friggin' birthday!
Happy friggin' birthday!
Behave, Izzo.
Here's a. What was that from Breakfast Club? You know what my dad gave me for Christmas?
It is Wednesday.
Aha! It's October 1st. Okay, so
I thought it was tomorrow.
Now my wife's birthday is October 6th. So yeah, we can celebrate that
with my mom's. Nice.
There you go.
Happy birthday, man. This is cool.
All right.
Stuff to celebrate.
All right. So let's sing. And this is the way I like to sing at the restaurants I used to work at. Ready? Happy birthday. We're glad you came and seen us. It's time to get excited. Now I'm showing you my birthday cake.
I thought Izzo was maybe sampling his whiskey collection, and I was right.
There you go. There you go. Everybody's everybody put birthday cakes for Go and Shogi in the chat. Come on. Birthday cakes, everyone. Happy birthday,
everybody.
I don't have the Frosty happy birthday clip. But if I did, I would play it for you.
How many of those are public domain? Can you do watch alongs of those?
I don't know. I can do let me see if there's I don't think I'll get clipped for this one. I hope not.
I gave him some poop cake.
Oh, that from The Help, that movie The Help? 2 Slice Hilly?
I'm
not giving him a banana. I can't find it.
I'm trying to find something. I don't know if I'm allowed to play this on from YouTube or not. There's actually a friend of mine that did it. On now. It's not the easiest thing to search out.
Now I want to go out to Publix and get some dang cake. Dang it.
You probably go to Publix and get a DUI.
I haven't been drinking.
No, but you can still get one in Florida. They sell them.
No. That person, the video you sent me, that guy was far beyond gone.
He was hitting on the guy and the girl cops to get out of a ticket. It was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
If he married,
what was that?
You married? Oh my god!
I don't think you didn't have a show last Thursday, did you, Ron?
Thursday? No, not on Thursday. That's Marvin's Day.
Yep.
let me see. I want to try this, but I think I need to try and share the audio if I can. Let's see if it works. We're going to put it up here. We're going to put it full screen. All right. This is from a friend of mine. And let's see if it works. And hopefully I don't get clipped. If I do, I'll just cut it out later.
Oh, did you hear that? That's right, a little bird just told me that someone special, you, is having a birthday. Happy birthday, hon. Yes, indeed. This is me, Grandma Beulah, and I heard through the grapevine that it is your birthday, and I want to wish you the best one ever. But I'm going to tell you, be careful, because whenever you blow out those candles, don't blow your teeth out with it. Been there, done that. Ooh, but it means more cake for you. Happy birthday, honey.
Happy birthday. I'm not going to say honey. Go and Shogi.
Dude. Happy birthday, dude.
So that's a friend of mine. His name is Terry Sanders, and he's hilarious. He can be seen live at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, and he's absolutely hysterical. He does lots and lots of different characters, and we've worked together on several occasions in the past. Back in my Branson, Missouri stomping days, which are
tell
a
more
long
theater
time
stories,
in my
man. You've got some cool stuff.
Well, it's my life is very segmented, which is kind of weird. Like I think about my Branson days, and it's sort of weird to me because I've been here for so long in Florida now, and when you get up into your 50s, you start to realize just how long life is in some ways. And a year older than me. 1 year.
It's still a year, dude. It's still a year.
And a year, and actually,
I've been in Florida longer than you.
No, that's for sure. Yes, I was supposed to have a show last Wednesday, but I don't think I did. Well, I wasn't able to get the show in. Yeah. But this Wednesday, we are planning on having a show and doing it correctly. But speaking of shows,
we're having fun.
I thought you said correctly for some reason.
Correctly.
Correctly. Not correctly. Get your mind out of the gutter, Jeremy.
I didn't say
I have a
erectly.
thermometer that's for that.
No, that's for babies, dude. You should be well past that stage, Jeremy.
Okay,
what are you saying?
All right. So we have more news about Disney. You guys ready? Here we go.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
I love that clip. I just really love that clip.
I love that movie.
It's a hilarious movie. Out of thatparkplace.com, this is by me. Photos, Disney's Animal Kingdom vanishes behind construction walls. And oh my gosh, even I was taken aback and surprised by what I saw when I went to Animal Kingdom last week. And it is just construction wall city all over Disneyland right now. So there's Dino Land USA. You can see it right in the very first picture. And right behind the Dino Land sign, if you look, you see construction walls there in the background and then a big giant crane right behind it. And
it's a dino crane.
It's a dino crane. It looks like it's the closest thing to a dinosaur. Hey, do you enjoy construction walls? Did you love the Walcott era at Epcot from 2020 to 2024? Well, if so, Animal Kingdom is the place for you right now. However, if you prefer having access to a full park when you pay full price, you might want to avoid Animal Kingdom for the time being, as roughly 1/5 of the park is currently behind construction walls or barriers of some kind. Doug, Russell, and an eyesore. The first noticeable barrier sits at the former entrance of It's Tough to Be a Bug, the 4D movie experience located under the Tree of Life. because Zootopia opens November 7th, but right now that's what you get. You run right into this big old construction wall, and apparently I guess this is going to be a sign of some sort or some entryway or something that they've got back there, but not revealed. Very strange.
Are they going to put holes in there so you could look at the construction work going on, and so at least like you can see things in progress?
You know, they did that at Silver Dollar City in the past when they were doing stuff. They had and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So they might they might actually in certain areas. When I went there, you could actually see, and they've changed it since then. But when I went there the other day, they had shrubbery up in part of Dino Land where you could see easily over the shrubbery, and you could see all the destruction of the boneyard.
But it's fake shrubbery, right?
Yeah, fake shrubbery.
Oh, it's flubbery.
Flubbery. Well, you'll see a picture of it here coming up. So the venue is scheduled to reopen November 7th with a brand new show, Zootopia Better Together. Until then, both the entrance and the Tree of Life walking trail remain shuttered. Discovery Trading Company. There's some of those fake shrubbery bushes.
Same crap they have over by Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you turn around from there, you spot construction shrub barriers in front of Discovery Trading Company gift shop. This work appears to be part of an exterior refurbishment, so both projects sit directly next to the popular Doug and Russell meet and greet from Pixar's Up, so they certainly won't go unnoticed by guests. Still, these two are the least of this park's offenders, and they're the least by a long shot. This is so you see these constructions, and you're like, okay, well, And then you got this Dino Land USA, aka Anna Wall Kingdom. Go and Shogi, are you the one that gave me that? Somebody, I feel like I might have gotten that from Go and Shogi, Anna Wall Kingdom. Head right from Doug and Russell's meet and greet, and you'll enter what was once Dino Land USA. Before reaching the welcome sign, a nearly 200-foot construction crane looms overhead. You can see that in the background. There's the Tropical America sign and what's coming. You can see the construction walls. There are so many freaking construction walls. It's crazy. Across the footbridge, you'll be met with a green construction wall plastered with Tropical America's posters, marking where Dino Land once stood. But behind the wall, rubble, backhoes, and demolition is in progress. A smaller directional sign points the way to Dinosaur, the land's only attraction still operating. Guests hoping to reach it must navigate a 300-foot path lined with construction fencing. Then turn just before Theater in the Wild, home to Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond, and then you walk down this corridor that feels like you're on the Death Star trench run, trying to go to. I mean, it's a long corridor. It's at least, I want to say it's at least 300 feet, but it might be like maybe 600 feet. I don't know. It's a long corridor, and it's really, really strange. So from there, you double back down another 300-foot corridor between walls and shrubbery before finally reaching what remains of Dino Land, which is Restaurantosaurus and Dinosaur. Both are set to close on February the 1st, 2026. On Groundhog Day, Dino Land becomes extinct. True story. Joe Rohde's theming Legacy on the Brink. It is worth taking in what's left of Dino Land before it disappears. Open with the park on Earth Day, April 22nd, 1998. The area represents some of the finest work of legendary Imagineer Joe Rohde. And yes, if you do go out to Walt Disney World right now and you get the chance, because it's going to be your last chance to take this in, Restaurantosaurus, which doesn't have the greatest food. It's just like burgers and chicken sandwiches. But the theming, you would think that they would have had a much better selection of food than what they have based on the theming, because the theming is out of this world. Restaurantosaurus is in particular filled with clever details, from dinosaur murals and fossil displays to paleontologist tools, carved lighting fixtures, all showcasing Disney's once peerless attention to detail. We went in a room there, and I don't have the picture of it here. So cool. Where it's like the back side of a trailer, and it's got everything set up in there like a trailer would have. It's just super, super cool. There's the front of the dinosaur ride. Not to be best dinosaur, which originally opened as Countdown to Extinction, and the attached Dino Institute gift shop. For now, it seems these structures will remain intact but rethemed into the new Tropical America's concept, Disney fans can hope for the best, but given some of them Imagineering's recent track record, the safer bet may be to, like the dinosaurs before the infamous asteroid crash, brace for impact. Yeah. What did he say? What did he say?
You don't want to know, Ron.
We're making all these poop jokes about the Death Star trench run based on all the walls.
Oh my!
You finally just broke me. I can't. Oh my god.
Yogi, you're not allowed to break the panelists.
Someone take away his wrench.
Animal Kingdom. He's got the wrench for a reason. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Porkins! No, Porkins! We lost Porkins!
You could never name someone that again, by the way. The one, like, overweight pilot. What are we going to call him? Porkins and his droid's name is Beans.
He didn't have a character name. He didn't have a character name. And they were on set and they were filming the scenes and they're like, this guy doesn't have a character name. And everybody else on set was like, well, we all just call him Porkins. Okay, that's his character name. That's how it happened.
How did they not market that? Porkins Pork Rinds. Like Porkins Pork Rinds.
Oh,
Porkins Beans.
Spiced.
It's a
That's
place
seriously how it happened, Ron?
I accidentally got snookered on margaritas at the bar behind Restaurantosaurus. The group I was with sent me back to my room. Pop Sensory. Yeah, you know, the sign for those margaritas is quite prominent. It's called.
Wait, how did he accidentally get snickered?
I don't know.
Well, that goes back to that Bill Cosby situation.
Maybe.
No. The Zootopia attraction that's coming is called Zootopia Better Zoogether. It is a 4D movie experience replacing it. It's tough to be a bug at James all day. Yeah, so Tate Wright go. That is Tate Wright. Golly.
You wanted to keep the professional, huh, Ron?
Yeah, right. Tropical Americas, aka look, we like to have fun here. That's our show is much looser than the pro show, which can get out of hand sometimes too. But he reins it in a lot better than I can. I don't have a producer, so. February the 2nd, 2026, Restaurantosaurus Dinosaur and the Dino Institute will permanently close, and a construction sign outside the area reads, "Change is good," but is it? When I saw this sign, I took this picture that this is my photograph. I was like, what's the word? The word about attitude. Whoever put that sign up had, and I can't. The gall. I don't know what the right word is, but I'm like, not. Change for change's sake isn't a good thing. It doesn't make it's not all. There's been a lot of changes in history that's been bad, like really, really bad. Yeah. And we try to make good things out of those bad things that happen sometimes, but not change by itself is not necessarily good. It's the dumbest sign I've ever seen on a Disney wall. Ridiculous. Anyway, improvement can certainly be good, but change for its own sake is just change. Disney has confirmed that Dino Land will be reimagined into Pueblo Esperanza, part of the new Tropical America's Land. As for when it will open, the official word is sometime in 2027. That is literally what Disney says. They literally say, quote, sometime in 2027. No firm date has been provided. Given Disney's recent timelines for projects like Tron, like Cycle Run, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and Epcot's lengthy transformation, it wouldn't be surprising if the debut slipped into 2028 or beyond. And by the way, there it is. That is one big pile of.
Oh gosh, yeah, just going up to your
Jeremy kept on target.
Literally, that is what you run into in Animal Kingdom right now, is an actual mound of dirt. that they have. What are they going to do with it? Where are they going to move it? I don't know, but
they're going to let people play in it and call it a sand pit.
Well, it's funny because it's like right on the other side of where Boneyard used to be. It's so funny.
It's like they could have had a big attraction for children to play on.
The dirt pit.
Kelly Crew's going to be there calling it the dirt.
Dirt, just the dirt.
You might even find rattlesnake eggs. Don't touch them.
Yeah, they should have put Lion King or Jungle Book right in Animal King. Well, they got the Lion King show, so at least there's that.
Did you happen to partake in any playing with that dirt, Ron?
No, you can't get to it, and I'm not.
You didn't want to just like jump over that and
No.
jump down saying, "I'm digging for dinos."
No, I've got to keep my. I can't afford to get trespassed. Yeah. James all day. This right here. This is the most apt comment. That pile of dirt represents modern day Disney. I think you are absolutely right.
Actually, I think the dirt is more rich.
If it's a pile of dino dung.
Yeah,
that is one big pile of. It's so funny to see it. Man, it's just when you see it in person, you're like, okay, Disney has done construction projects before, and I get it. But first of all, they're doing so many at once right now. You're still paying $120 per person to get into this park. You have a family of 4. You just paid $700, just about. Well, with tax, that's going to be more than $700 to go to the park for a single day. And you're running into piles of dirt, and you have to navigate down walking paths defined by construction walls. And it's what Disney has in the past. When I was working for Disney, this would have been absolutely called bad show.
Yeah.
And we talked about, when I worked for Disney, we talked about bad show all the time. When I worked for Disney, prior to especially when I was opening the restaurant in 2019, when we had our costumes on, we had representatives from the Disney Look team come to us. And if we had too much stubble on our face, they would say, you need to go and shave before your shift. They'd bring you a razor if you needed one or whatever. But they'd be like, you cannot start the shift to the public unless you shaved. Your hair.
You could dress like a girl.
Yeah, this is all before all that, though. I mean, they had it. We talked about the gig line, right? If you've ever been in the military, you've heard of the gig line. Straight up and down. Everything had to look right. Your tie had to be exactly at the right place. You could have. I remember one time for my glasses. I had on, I had my glasses attached to like one of those strings, and they said you need to, said you can't wear jewelry like that. And I said, well, it's for my glasses. I have to have it to hold it on, and they let it go. But I mean, that's how strict they were with the Disney look. And I liked it. Like, to me, that was Disney. You want to put your best foot forward. You want good show. That was important. You wanted men to be men and women to be women, to the public at least. Because when you were on stage, you were not just you, but you were you playing the role of the ideal version of you to the public, right? You were a cast member. You're in a play. You're on stage. All of these things were important to Disney in the past. What the heck happened to that literally in just 6 years? It freaks me out. What? Oh, yeah. But it's more, it's got to be more than I mean, this is, it's
from the top down, brother.
I know, but it's just, it's super frustrating to me. It's super frustrating to me because Disney used to mean so much, and the quality of Disney used to mean so much. And now you get literal piles of dirt. That's so annoying.
You know, Ron,
Dirt.
this is the thing I respected the most because, and I look at you and you're passionate about this like you'd be passionate about being in character, like, and something goes in live theater, always happens. A light canister falls. Something happens while you're playing Gaston or you're in Les Mis, and you just have to make it work on the spot. And that's gone. That is, I don't want to say deceased, but it's certainly on life support.
It's virtually gone. It doesn't now, and you're right. Like, okay, so one of the examples when I was playing Gaston is something that I had to roll with, and it was very unexpected. There is a scene where Belle slapped Gaston because he tried to go in and give her a kiss, and she slaps him. It makes sense. And we did it when I was in the play as a real slap. I let her slap me, fine. But one time during an actual performance, I flinched, and she missed because I flinched. No. It was a natural reaction. And then she in character, Belle, the woman that played Belle in character, got real mad that she missed and that I made her miss. And so she then took both her hands and she did this to my face for real. Bam, 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 bam. Like 5 slaps back and forth and like actually hit my face all 5 times. And I had to roll with it.
And you didn't come out with, hey, Belle, that made me feel cheap.
No.
Did she go, why you make Ike hit you? Why you make Ike hit you?
Yeah, something like that. It was it was stunning, but it was fun and it worked. The audience loved it. It was awesome.
And you rolled with it, dude. Good for you. I can't get slapped in the face like that. I'd go ape.
Yeah, James Allday says the current Disney administration obviously doesn't care about creativity and storytelling anymore. The next Disney CEO needs to fire the dead weight and hire creative. If it's Josh tomorrow, I don't know if he's going to do it. I hope.
I'd laugh if he just grew a pair and just totally decimated that whole team and said, you know what, we're done with this crap.
Have you seen Josh tomorrow? He wears skinny jeans. He has no room to grow a pair.
That's why I said what I just said.
He couldn't pick up a spare set in a bowling alley. Give me a
break. And he's a nice guy. I met him. He's a
nice guy.
Like, but that doesn't. I mean, the question is, what can he do with the company? And I don't know. Yeah, take that route. That'll teach you. Yeah, you bet. It's just it's frustrating. It's annoying. And
don't need a pair.
Oh my god!
But Chogi, that one can't slap you back, and she'll never tell you no.
Oh, come on, man. That's just nuts. That's oh golly. If you're going right now to Walt Disney World, expect to see a lot of construction because it's all over the place. It's not just at Animal Kingdom; it's at every park. And I don't think it's out yet. I have another.
I wanted
article.
to ask you something now about this before you jump.
Yeah.
What they're doing over at Universal, somebody said that they're going to remake that restaurant, that supposedly the world's famous best theme park restaurant, Mythos.
Oh, Mythos.
They're going to retheme it. They said they're going to retheme it. How much you want to make a bet that's done and open before they get done with Dinoland?
Oh, easily. I don't know what the indication is about Mythos in the area over there. It looks like more How to Train Your Dragon because of the dragon that they've got there, but I don't know if that's what they're doing.
I think it's going to be like One Piece or something like that.
Zelda. I'm hearing a lot of Zelda rumors too.
But Nintendo's not saying anything about Zelda. They're saying there's nothing. They said it's just going to be epic for their Nintendo lands there. So the only thing I can see is that type of thing going there. That'd be great, but who knows?
Go and Shogi says this will be a Hyrule restaurant 4 years before anything opens. Mythos will only take 6 months. That's it. If it shuts down,
refeed on the inside.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. And I don't even know if that's really happening anytime soon for real. There's a lot of chatter, but I haven't heard anything firm on that. So Who knows? But we do have more re-theme stuff about our good friend Disney. That is Animation Courtyard disappears from the studio maps. This is right after they shut down. Right after they shut down Launch Bay. Did I go over my Launch Bay article? Anyway, I don't know if I did.
No, I don't think you did.
I have one on here. I don't know if it's up yet. I would think it would be. Let me see here. Theme park ride status. There's my Tron Light Cycle Run Aries one. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Star Wars Launch Bay closed for good. So yeah, I thought I went over this. Star Wars Launch Bay closed for good. After uneventful final day, it truly was a very uneventful final day. I was there the last day that this was open, and it wasn't busy. Star Wars Launch Bay at Disney's Hollywood Studios closed its doors for the last time, September 24th, 2025, 6 p.m. This marks the end of an era for Star Wars fans who was in the park. There's me with Darth Vader back in, I don't know, it was a couple of years ago that we took that.
Were you trying to be the Emperor?
I was trying to be Emperor Jack. Yeah, Emperor Jack Skellington.
So yeah, I can't say it. I'm just not going to go there.
Yeah, no. Anyway, from what I witnessed myself, that was me. The fandom is diminishing as the area was not nearly as busy as one might expect for a Star Wars themed experience. Even the wait to meet Darth Vader, once a must-do attraction with lines stretching over an hour, topped out at just 30 minutes. And this was on its very last day of operation ever. It's if you know anything about Launch Bay, it opened on December 1st, 2015, and it replaced the Magic of Disney Animation at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And it launched to advertise The Force Awakens. But that wasn't the main reason it launched. It launched in 2015, and because it launched in 2015, they correlated it with The Force Awakens. But Launch Bay was primarily to advertise for Galaxy's Edge. And it was always meant to close when Galaxy's Edge opened. So it was, not the Star Wars you were looking for. When Hollywood Studios reopened during the lockdown area, not everything came back online as it was before. An Animation Courtyard, theater for the Voyage of the Little Mermaid, remained dark, and while Launch Bay quietly reopened. Although Galaxy's Edge had opened in 2019, Launch Bay required fewer cast members to operate since it consisted mostly of exhibits and a few meet and greets. So I think that's one of the reasons they kept it open so long. It just doesn't require a whole lot of cast members there. You have the people that assist the characters like Darth Vader, Chewbacca, BB-8 doesn't really need an assistant, but I would say that Launch Bay, you probably need 10 cast members during the entire day to work it. So maybe 15, but compared to other things, that's way, way little.
That was a pretty big building for just what they were doing there too.
It was a big empty building. Like if you remember, like I looked around and like even in this last iteration, it was just a fairly empty building. And this is what's really, really funny. So after the reopening, Disney did not seem to know what to do with it, but given its low cost of operation, especially during budget tight times, Star Wars Launch Bay lingered long past when it arguably should have closed. Being replaced by a brand new experience, well, not exactly. So what will replace the Star Wars Launch Bay on July 22nd, 2025? Disney announced via the Disney Parks blog that the Magic of Disney Animation, which is what was there before, will return to Hollywood Studios in 2026. So all they're doing is putting back what they should have put back 6 years ago if they didn't, which is wild. Like I look at the story, go read the story on that Park Place. I don't want to go over the whole story here, but
this is my surprised face.
You know the building, Tom. I mean,
yeah.
I thought for sure it would make sense in where that building sits. Why, in that big giant footprint of a building that exists there, why did they not take that space and put Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway back there an animation courtyard where it fits, and then just retheme the Great Movie Ride so that we have an updated version of that with new movies. The Great Movie Ride was such a unique attraction. Disney is losing its uniqueness.
Disney lost its uniqueness.
Well, that's Jeremy, when were you there last?
Honestly, I haven't even been to Florida since 2016, and we were in the vicinity, but I barely had a sniff. So it's been forever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Launch Bay was not nobody cared that Launch Bay went away to go and show you. Like it was long past its time. And I'm glad it finally did go away. And animation, magic of Disney animation coming back is fine, but it's not. The area could be so much better utilized, and it's not, and that's what's sad. Like putting where this whole area is, and even if they needed the space to clear, for where the show is on the right, if they needed the space, for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway to go back there, like both those buildings are, they could have done it. There is a big giant cast commissary back there, but other than that, they could easily move that around. It's just the things that they're doing at Disney parks today, so much of it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
What do you think they dropped in money in stuff that didn't work, so they bring back something like this?
Yeah, exactly. That's
gone.
They don't have the money to do it, so they put they put things back. I mean, I would not be surprised if all they're doing is just taking the stuff that they put in storage back out of storage to retheme this thing. The good news is it doesn't have to be down for very long. It's not like a reconstruction project. It's just a redecoration project at best. So here's what's happening. Animation Courtyard disappears from Hollywood Studios maps. Here's what's coming. You can see the concept art there. As of September 25th, 2025, Disney's Hollywood Studios no longer shows the full Animation Courtyard area on its maps. The change accompanies the formal closure of much of that land in preparation for a reimagined space to debut in 2026. Reimagine. We're just imagining back to what it used to be. Closure and map changes. The My Disney Experience app's map now reflects a smaller animation area footprint. Notably, Star Wars Launch Bay and the Disney Junior Theater have been removed from the illustrated zone. According to Disney sources and reporting, those venues were permanently closed on September the 25th, 2025. What's really weird is how much space like all of that green area that you see was the courtyard, and it's just gone. It's wild.
That's prime real estate too. I mean, that should be something spectacular.
That's it's
give him 20 years.
No, we're gonna need a lot more than that.
Maybe IKEA will make exhibits you can put together real easily.
Yeah.
The guide maps distributed around the park were updated in advance, showing a truncated animation courtyard. The map changes seem to terminate the courtyard path just beyond The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, which remains depicted because it's still open. Construction walls and barriers now block large parts of the former courtyard, especially the back portion beyond the entry arch. The walls incorporate signage like show times for still open attractions, stroller parking instructions, and themed graphics. Disney has publicly announced that Animation Courtyard is being replaced by a new land called the Walt Disney Studios Lot, themed after the real Disney Studio lot in Burbank, California. In that transformation, the old Star Wars Launch Bay building will be remodeled to resemble the Roy E. Disney Animation Building, complete with a sorcerer's hat element on top. So they're doing what everybody wanted them to do, and that's bring Burbank Florida. No, we don't want your Burbank. That's the worst part of Disney right now.
That reminds me of all the get your peanut butter out of my, chocolate. Get your chocolate out of my peanut butter commercials.
Yeah, that would be true, except in those cases,
No,
chocolate
this
and peanut
sucks.
butter
This is like
went
it's
well
like
together.
pickle juice put in your friggin' milk.
Oh god, yeah.
I said it jokingly, but they go through and demolish Muppet Vision 3D and the buildings over there with this the studios and things, right? They have so much space they literally could have just carted it, pack up Muppet 3D, and put it in that space. Something.
They didn't have to get rid of Muppets 3D at all. They could
No,
easily incorporate it into that land.
I think it would have been actually a lot funnier if they would have. They fully own the Muppet IP. They fully own Monsters Inc. Why would you not take the time, the opportunity, the advantage of Muppets and then Monster Muppets and then Monsters and like have that whole area where the Muppets are trying to keep out the monsters? It would be, if you did the storyline correctly, it would be so freaking funny and good. And it's
get back together with. Do you remember they did that Creature Shop reality show? It was a contest. They brought young artists into the Henson Creature Shop, and every episode they had to design a scene using all the materials like a swamp and things. And the artists were so creative.
Mm-hmm.
What you said, that's magic. When you get puppets right, like the movie Labyrinth, you create something good. If
Original Dark Crystal.
Labyrinth and Dark Crystal. Could you, right?
The original Dark Crystal was boss, man. And so well done, so interesting. They should just lean in and make. Hey, Avarice Carmageddon, good to see you in the chat.
Probably
there.
make Olga wear Spanx now.
Tell Izzo to don't give no ideas. You really should read this aloud.
Pilsners of the Caribbean. It's a rum world. Peter Pan's whiskey flight.
Pilsners of the Caribbean.
Can you imagine the Small World bar? There are pilsners here and beers over there.
Yeah, and the funny thing is,
there's so much that we share, but I'm no longer aware. It's a drunk world after all.
I think you've got your next mug right by the Here Lies Reedy Creek.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Soaring over sewage. Don't let your feet hit the ground. Oh my gosh. There's this place. Hey, Pirate Queen Twish. Ahoy,
hey,
everyone.
Trish.
Ahoy. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in here. Oh my gosh.
Pilsners of the Caribbean. That is so good. Oh my
We're going
gosh.
to bring back Toontown, just like it was in the Magic Kingdom. It fit well with Hollywood Studios and a studio theme park. It's becoming Star Wars theme park. Yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous. Good night and a half. So putting this back on, let's see. Let me see where the story was going. So we've got the replacement experience called The Magic of Disney Animation is expected to open in 2026. It probably will, because I don't think there's going to be that much to it. It will include interactive exhibits, character meet and greet spaces, sketching opportunities, and an indoor children's play area called Drawn to Wonderland. That could be interesting. Disney has confirmed that Disney Junior Play and Dance, or similar junior show in that building, will also close as part of the overhaul. However, The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, and Walt Disney Presents remain open and appear on the new maps. Walt Disney Presents is One Man's Dream. I don't know if that's still in there. Some character meet and greet locations formerly in Launch Bay haven't been relocated elsewhere in the park. For example, Darth Vader now, does it say have been relocated. Example, Darth Vader now greets visitors in the extended queue for Star Tours. The adventure continues. Other Star Wars characters, such as Chewbacca, have moved to areas near the Millennium Falcon and Galaxy's Edge. That's not exactly... Chewbacca was already meeting near the Millennium Falcon in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, at the same time that Chewbacca, it was one of the most unique things I've ever seen, because Disney always said there was just one of whatever character. Like, there's just one Chewbacca, there's just one Mickey Mouse, there's just one whatever. So anytime you would go to any park, they only ever had one character meet and greet going on for the particular character, with the exception of Chewbacca. Chewbacca was the one character that they actually had two meet and greets going on at the same time, one in Launch Bay and one in Galaxy's Edge. That's always was weird to me.
Yeah, didn't they move them by damn, I can't remember the name of that dang ride.
Star Tours is where
Star
Darth
Tours,
Vader is. Yeah, so Darth Vader's by Star Tours.
I thought they were moving Chewbacca there too.
I don't
Like
think so.
rotating
Chewbacca.
out.
It wouldn't make sense, because Chewbacca literally is just around the corner, over by Millennium
Or
Falcon.
R2. Or maybe I'm thinking R2.
As far as I know, I don't know that they've had an R2 meet and greet. There's supposed to be there was always supposed to be like an R2 roaming around Galaxy's Edge, and that never really happened. There's no reason to not have C-3PO in Galaxy's Edge, because C-3PO was part of the sequel trilogy and still around. So if they, the one thing that really bothered me when I went to MegaCon this last February, and MegaCon had better representation of droids than Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has, it really bothered me. I'm like, in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you should see a slew of droids walking around, and there's no reason that you couldn't. You could have C-3PO or other types of humanoid droids. There's one reason that they don't, and that's that they don't want to pay actors to do it. They don't want to pay people to do it. They don't want to pay droid operators to operate the droids. And
Droid operator.
She's a droid operator.
Basically.
Yeah. My gosh. It's
Jeremy, you scare me, brother.
yeah.
I think I'm late on 3 meds.
Hey, that sounds good, man. I need a dose of that. Anyway, the animation courtyard is gone, and it is a travesty what is happening, because that's the stories we've gone over are just the tip of the iceberg. So let's go over a story that is semi-positive about Disney.
That happens there?
Yeah. So this is a semi-positive story. What I mean by semi-positive is that this is such a cheap overlay, like literally cost them nothing, kind of an overlay of them throwing some of the Nine Inch Nails music onto Tron Light Cycle Run. And
They had to pay rights.
They have the right. Well, yeah, but they have the rights for the movie. So if they have the rights for the movie, they own the rights anyway. There you go. Yeah. So this is what Tron did. Tron Light Cycle Run at Disney's Magic Kingdom is taken over by Master Control in celebration of Tron Ares, which comes out on the 10th of October. This is out of that park place by me. Yours truly. I wrote this. The third entry in Disney's Tron series hits theaters nationwide on October 10th, 2025. In celebration of the new movie, a new Tron Ares overlay has come to the ride Tron Light Cycle Run at the Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. I'm assuming this overlay is going to happen for a while. There you can see Disney advertising for it. And on Instagram, Tron Ares is taking control starting today. Tron Light Cycle Run, presented by Enterprise at hashtag Magic Kingdom Park in hashtag Walt Disney World, will feature movie-inspired lighting and reality-bending music from Nine Inch Nails. Tron Ares in theaters October 10th.
If they played the old song, F You Like an Animal, I'd get into that.
I just don't think that's a great idea.
You know who else has 9 Inch Nails? Cynthia Erivo.
Well, yeah, those are different.
Posted on Walt Disney World's Instagram is the official announcement. Tron Areas is taking control. There it is. The same overlay is coming to Shanghai Disney's Tron attraction. What is Tron Areas? Why is this? What is this ride overlay? Well, it's the third entry in the long-running Tron movie series, a storyline that takes humans and inserts them into the digital world of computers known as the Grid. The latest entry sees Jared Leto in the titular role of Ares, a character built from AI who comes from the Grid into our world. Not much yet is known about the plot, but what has fans most excited is the incorporation of music from Nine Inch Nails. And there's a shot I took of the ride in action the other day with the red overlay, but kind of during the daytime. While traditionally the Tron movies have highlighted the neon-like glow of blues and yellows, Tron Ares will feature a very red tone. The Tron Light Cycle Run overlay incorporates the red hues into the ride, along with the movie soundtrack music provided by Nine Inch Nails, with a storyline for the ride that the Master Control and the MCP Master Control program has taken over. Basically, it's a relatively simple change in lighting, sound, and projections that can be done by Disney, quote unquote, on the cheap. Yes, I wrote that, and I said that because it's true. It's being done on the cheap. The original movie Tron, starring a young Jeff Bridges, first hit theaters all the way back in July 9th, 1982. It was given accolades at the time for being the very first movie to extensively use CGI, computer-generated images, for the majority of the film's runtime. However, its first sequel would take decades to come out. Legacy, the sequel to Tron, wouldn't land at the box office until December 17th, 2010, nearly 30 years after Tron. It received a lukewarm reception. CGI had come a long way, but the de-aging effect on Jeff Bridges, it kind of was that uncanny valley, right? So, now I will say I liked the look of the new movie, but here's the problem. Disney has coaster competition, and it's a losing battle. While Tron puts light cycles in a fierce head-to-head race with each other, Orlando has a much bigger competition, the Coaster Wars. Though, to be honest, there is not much of a battle here. SeaWorld Orlando now touts 8 roller coasters, including a stand-up coaster in Pipeline, as well as coaster enthusiast favorites such as Mako and Manta. Over at Universal, Islands of Adventure thrills are experienced on the Incredible Hulk coaster, Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, and the ultra-high adrenaline rush of the Velocicoaster. Disney's efforts on the coaster front have never come close to being able to match their competition, and a cheap overlay does not really help. So is this a decent overlay, or is it just another example of minimum effort by Disney? The Tron Light Cycle Run coaster in Magic Kingdom is a clone of the Shanghai attraction. It was announced at Disney D23 event in 2017, just a year after the Tron coaster opened in Shanghai. Construction that began in February 2018, but it wasn't, and it was supposed to be completed by October 2021. That didn't happen. That did not happen. Even with the cost-cutting measures of this being a design duplicate, construction delays set the opening all the way back another 2 years to 2023 when it finally opened in April in the Tomorrowland section of the park. It's barely over 60. I kind of went into to basically how lame of a ride this is because I thought it was going to be really cool. I was excited when it first came out. And then you get on it. There's a couple things about Tron Light Cycle Run that are bad. First of all, if you are a male and you're on this, you have to remember this thing sits like a motorcycle, but it runs like a roller coaster. Let's put those two things together.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
More like nutter butter.
Yeah.
So there is a discomfort on this thing, and it is you can sit in the back cart if you want to wait for it, where it's a regular coaster seat. So you can do that if you want, but then that kind of takes away from the fact that you're on a light cycle. It's kind of semi-cool, but it doesn't really give you the feeling of like that true, like you would think the true feeling of being on a light cycle would be. I would think that a better light cycle ride experience would have been done the same way that Flight of Passage is done in Pandora. Tom, have you ever been on Flight of Passage?
Once.
Okay. So that is
a
also
long time ago. It was a while ago.
But okay, so on Flight of Passage, it simulates being on the back of an Ikron on Pandora, which is one of those flying dragon type things.
Yeah.
And I think that you could get a much better feeling like you were on a light cycle if they did a Tron light cycle ride that way, because first of all, the seat on that thing is far more comfortable, and that's even with the seat doing this thing where it feels like the Ikron is breathing underneath your legs, like it goes back and forth, and it's they've really done a great job of simulating the motion at the same time, still making it fairly comfortable. So even when you feel like you're diving down and swooping or going up in the air and doing a cartwheel or whatever, none of that, it feels like it's happening, but it also feels like it's happening in a way that you kind of stay comfortable because it's simulated on a big screen in front of you. Now, I'm not always a huge fan of screen rides, but when it's done the way that is, or Soarin', for example, because that's another example of it, then they work. And it works very, very well. So I would think that you could get a much greater simulation of the feeling like you're actually in a light cycle if they would have done it that way. I will say there is one major thing about the Pandora Flight of Passage ride that makes you not feel like you're on an Ikron. Can either one of you guess what that might be? Okay. Have either one of you ever ridden a horse?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're riding a horse, what do you see literally right in front of you when you're riding the horse?
Your knob.
Well, yeah. Not your knob.
Hey, listen, man. What you want to do with that horse is your own business, brother. The horse's head, dude.
When you have clothes on,
when you're not playing Jeremy Little Indian, in the back in your loincloth.
Okay.
Now that's bareback
yes,
riding.
you see the horse's head. Well, when you're riding the Ikron, you should see the back of the Ikron's head, and you never see the back of the Ikron's head. So I'm like, I know that would take away from what you're seeing like on the screen. I get that. I do wonder if they ever had that conversation though, is like, hey, should we be showing the back of the Ikron's head so they really feel like they're on this thing? I think it would have been cooler because you could have had the Ikron's head dip and then come up and do different things. So, you could see the view, but I don't know. But as far as with the light cycle, it'd be really interesting because you could have that simulation of the cover coming over you in light. And because everything on the light cycles is supposed to be light that you feel, and I think that they could make a really good simulation that way. But they're not going to do it. Disney is doing everything they can to stay completely cheap right now, and but here you can see the sign. Oh my gosh, yeah. There you can see the sign of the Tron Ares welcoming you to. It says Team Blue Entry Portal Special Edition featuring music from Tron Ares in theaters October 10th. Basically, it's an overlay, more or less just being used to advertise the fact that this movie is coming out. So, and as Go and Shogi says, it looks like Doctor Who. It's Back to the Future. Back to the Future was a fun screen ride. It's The Simpsons now. Same ride, same exact ride, but it's themed
really?
to.
They didn't even, because it was great as Back to the Future. We went on that like 3 times.
Yeah, no, I loved it as Back to the Future. They rethemed it to The Simpsons, and like you're kind of on a roller coaster type thing, but it's the same ride. Obviously different moves because it's a different movie with it, but it's pretty fun. I haven't been on it in a few years actually, but Oh, yeah. James All Day says Disney should make Disney's California Adventure type park in Florida and call it Disney's Floridian Journey or Disney's Floridian Quest. I don't think that they would do that because California Adventure didn't work out so much to be a California Adventure. Going Shogi says the Simpsons ride makes me so sick. It can do that, that's for sure. Tron doesn't belong in Epcot, though it would fit in better than Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, it really doesn't. The theming technically doesn't fit because it's supposed to be in the grid, which isn't really about tomorrow at all. So it is kind of a weird theming. But Disney doesn't care about theming anymore. They're getting rid of Frontierland. They're still going to call it Frontierland, but it won't be about the American frontier at all. It'll be about national parks and Piston Peak. So, and I think that's the most appropriate name that they could have named the thing is Piston Peak. So that makes sense. But we are moving on. Jeremy, what do you got going on? Going Shogi, could you share out Jeremy's links and info, please?
Yeah, Strings and Pucks. So tomorrow morning is my Tuesday song. I did an acoustic or a version of Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue Something. So that's coming out tomorrow. Sunday I did another hymn. So I've got new acoustic songs every Sunday and Tuesday. And then this Friday, I'm actually doing a gear review for Black Mountain Guitar Picks. And they sponsored it. And I have a giveaway pack of their picks. So it's my first sponsored video. Really, really exciting.
Very cool. So go on over to Strings and Pucks. There is the link in the chat. Check out Jeremy's stuff and get a good look at Jeremy's knob over there.
Yes, please. And give me a review on Yelp.
Yeah. Yelp out his knob.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Izzo's Place says it wouldn't make much difference, but I would have put Guardians and MGM or Tomorrowland and Toronto and Epcot. Yeah, I don't know what would make a difference at this point. Go and Shogi's like in this conversation. And so we have a good time here. Tom, what do you got going on? Besides, I did see your latest launch. I was watching that. So
yeah, I had to pull that because StreamYard screwed it up on me. But that wasn't fun. But I'm swinging this blue thing around, smacking people in the head like going
like
Shogi.
a Smurf.
Yeah,
I'd hit you like a Smurf, Jeremy, but your knob would get in the way.
That's right.
But I jump on your show, Ron, Lorena's, and Dadman Walk 55, and I'm going to be probably trying to get some more rocket launch stuff going on and a couple other things that I got hidden up my short sleeves.
Nice. And on my channel, I started work today on a video that is a restaurant review. And I'm looking forward to getting that up on the channel, as well as more cuts from the dish, as well as individual videos. I've been trying to work out my new schedule because I'm doing a lot more writing for thatparkplace.com. They brought me on kind of as a full staff writer professionally. So I'm doing like 10 stories a week or so for thatparkplace.com, doing a lot of writing for them. And so I'm just trying to make it all work as far as the YouTube channel, That Park Place, writing, and everything else that we got going on. So if you haven't yet subscribed here, subscribe to Tom, subscribe to Strings and Pucks. We are Follow the Bradleys Fun. This is The Dish, and we will be back again Wednesday night for another dish. Right now, we are going to send you over to WDW Pro after we have one last celebration of the 5 gifted memberships from Go and Shogi. Thank you so much for that. I think we should celebrate with our good friend Culture Bear. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Culture Bear. Thank you, Tom, for being here. Thank you, Jeremy, for being here. And thank you, Go and Shogi, and everybody else that is out there in the chat. Tonight, we do this because of you. We love you. And thank you so much for being here. Until next time, sending you over to the Pro Show, and we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop. Ah!